Generally, when you're trying to communicate an idea through video, using a person in the video, it comes in one of three different ways. Firstly, you can use an interview. Secondly, you can present like this from notes. Or third is to use an auto cue or a teleprompter, as some people sometimes call them. First thing you need to get right when you're using a teleprompter is the script. Now, people don't tend to write the way they talk. So one of the challenges is to create a script that feels a little bit more natural. One way of doing this is to not write the script, but to do an interview or to get somebody to actually speak aloud about the topic that you want to write about, and then transcribe that into text and altered and adjusted slightly around the edges if it needs to be. But ideally, you want to try and keep the conversational tone of that. You then put that back into the auto cue and get the presenter to read from that rather than from something that's been written from scratch. The second thing to try and remember is that presenting is actually acting. It's a little bit of a performance, and you have to get out of your conscious mind. It's very much the same with playing a musical instrument. A musician isn't concentrating necessarily on the specific notes he's going to play. He's concentrating on the music and how the music sounds. So it's the same with presenting. You want to get out of that place where you're concentrating on individual words and think about the message that you're communicating. And that's a little bit tricky when you're reading. The better you know the script and the more rehearsed you are with it, the easier that's going to be. And finally, one technical tip. When you're reading from an auto cue, sometimes one of the things that gives it away is that you can see the person's eyes moving from left to right as they read the text off the screen. There's a simple thing you can do to prevent that, and that's to make sure that the auto cue is quite far away from the eyes. The closer they are, the more they've got to move from left to right. As they move further away from the auto cue, the distance they have to move is less, so you don't notice them moving as much. So make the text on your auto cue a little bit bigger, zoom in a little bit and get back from the auto cue, and that's going to reduce that effect of the eyes moving from left to right. You can spend a whole range of different prices on teleprompters these days. We use a fairly budget model called a teleprompter pad. You need an iPad or a tablet to go with it. You load the text onto the tablet with the bit of software that comes with it, and then you just position the camera inside the mirrored system and off you go. And you've got a little Bluetooth button there that you can control the speed of the text with. So that works pretty well. I used it when I produced our LinkedIn video course because I needed to get that content accurate, and there was a lot of it, and that really helped me get through it much quicker than I would have done if I'd had to improvise around bullet points like I do for these videos. I hope that was useful. My name's David Cole Kelly. I'll see you in the next video.